Today we discuss basic knowledge of NCERT class 6 chapter 1. Here you can see content. What can we know about the past? Where did people live? Name of the land. Why do people travel nowadays? Finding out about the past. Here you can see this is the first content of this class. What can we know about the past? There are several things we can find out. What people live, the kind of clothes they wore, the house in which they live. We can find out about the life of hunters, herders, farmers, rulers, merchants, artists, musicians, and scientists. We can also find out about the game children play, the stories they hear, they play, they show. Now we discuss another part of this chapter. Where did people live? This is the most important question in our life. People have lived along the bank of river like Narmada river. You can see on maps. Some of the earliest people who live here were skill gatherers. That is, the people who gather their food. They knew about this vast wealth of the plant in the surrounding forest and collected roots, fruits and other forest produce for their food. After that, they also hunt animals. Now you find the Suleiman and Peter Hill to the northwest. Some of the area where women and men first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley about 80,000 years ago are located here. People also began rearing animals like sheep, goat, and cattle, and live in villages. Look at the Garo Hill to the northeast and Vidyas in the central India. There were some other areas where agriculture developed. The place where rice was first grown are to the north of the Vidyas. Now you can find out the river Indus and its tributary. Indus has 5 tributaries like Sutlej, Jhelum, Ravi, Vyas. And Sinap. Tributary are smaller rivers that flow into a large river. About 47,000 years ago, some of the early cities flourished on the bank of this river. Later, about 2,500 years ago, cities developed on the bank of the Ganga and its tributaries and along the sea coast. Now you look at the Ganga and its tributary called the Sun. If you see the maps, you can clearly see the tributary of Gangas. In ancient time, the area along this river to the south of the Ganga were known as Magad, now lying in the state of Bihar. Its rulers were very powerful and set up a large kingdom. Kingdoms were set up in other parts of the country as well. Another content in this chapter is why did people travel? People travel from one part of the subcontinent to another. The hills and high mountains including the Himalaya, desert, river and sea made journey dangerous at times, but never impossible. So many women move in search of livelihood and also to escape from natural disasters like food or droughts. Sometimes men marched in armies conquering others' land. Besides, merchants travel with sea, carrying valuable goods from place to place. Religious teachers walk from village to village, town to town, stopping to offer instruction and advance on the way. Finally, some people perhaps travel driven by speed of adventure, wanting to discover new and exciting places. All this lead to the sharing of ideas between people. Another content in this chapter is why did people travel? People travel from one part of the subcontinent to another. The hills and high mountains, including the Himalaya, desert, river, and sea, made journey dangerous at times, but never impossible. So many women move in search of livelihood and also to escape from natural disaster like flood or droughts. Sometimes men marched in armies conquering others' land. Besides, merchants travel with ship carrying valuable goods from place to place. And religious teachers walk from village to village, town to town, stopping to offer instruction and advance on the way. Finally, some people perhaps travel driven by speed of adventure, wanting to discover new and exciting places. All this lead to the sharing of ideas between people. Now we can discuss the name of the land. Two of the words we often use for our country are India and Bharat. The word India comes from the Indus called Sindhu in Sanskrit. The Iranian and the Greek who came through the northwest about 2500 years ago and were familiar with the Indus called it the Hindus or the Indus, and the land to the east of the river was called India. The name Bharat was used for a group of people who live in the northwest and who are mentioned in the Rig Veda. The earliest composition in Sanskrit dated to about 3500 years ago. Later it was used for the country. The last content in this chapter is finding out about the past. There are several ways of finding out about the past. One is to search for and read books that were written long ago. These are called manuscripts. Here you can see picture. Because they were written by hand, this comes from the Latin word manu, meaning hand. These were usually written on a palm leaf or on a specially prepared bark of a tree known as the bridge, which grow in the Himalayas. Over the years, many manuscripts were eaten away by insects. Some were destroyed, but many have survived, often preserved in temples and monasteries. This book deals with all kinds of subjects: religious belief and practice, the life of king, medicine and science. Besides, there were epic, poem, play. Many of these were written in Sanskrit, others were in language used by ordinary people and Tamil. We can also study inscription. This is the picture of inscription. These are writing on relatively hard surface such as stone or metal. Sometimes king got their order inscribed so that people could see, read and obey them. There are other kinds of inscription as well, where men and women, including king and queen, recorded what they did. For example, king often keep record of victories in battle. There were many other things that were made and used in the past. Those who study these objects are called archaeologists. They study the remains of buildings made of stone and brick, painting and sculpture. They also explore and dig under the surface of the earth to find out tools, weapons, ore, paint, ornament and coin. Some of these objects may be made of stone, others of bone, baked clay or metal. Objects that are made of hard, impressible substance usually survive for a long time. Archaeologists also look for bones of animal, bird and fish to find out what people ate in the past. Plant remains survive far more really if seed of grain or piece of wood have been burned. They survive in sheer from. This is the whole summary